Hot take. Your LLM judge can give you a clean score, while your RAG system is still failing users in production.
Exactly. A judge score is an opinion about an output. Diagnosis is finding the failing component, the mechanism, and the fix path. Those are not the same job.
So this is not just a measurement rant. This is about teams mistaking a grade for an explanation.
Right. And in RAG, that mistake is expensive. You can ship a system that looks good in evaluation, burns tokens, misses evidence, and quietly loses trust with users.
Give me the real failure mode. How does this show up when a programmer is actually running a RAG stack?
A common one is this. The answer is wrong, the judge says low quality, and the team jumps straight to prompt tweaks. But the real problem could be retrieval recall, bad chunking, stale documents, or citations that point to irrelevant text.
So the judge says, bad answer. But it cannot tell you whether the wound is in indexing, retrieval, context assembly, or generation.
Exactly. Example. A support bot answers a refund policy question. The gold answer exists in the docs, but the retriever pulls an outdated policy and a pricing page. The judge marks the final answer as weak. That score is true enough, but it is not a diagnosis.
And if the team treats it like diagnosis, they optimize the wrong layer.
Yes, they rewrite the system prompt, add more chain of thought scaffolding, or switch models. Meanwhile, the index still contains duplicate versions. The retriever still misses the right section, and latency goes up while accuracy barely moves.
That is the power shift, right? The judge starts driving the roadmap instead of the evidence.
That is the risk. Once a single scalar score becomes the North Star, the winners are easy benchmark gains. The losers are reliability, debuggability, and user trust.
Okay, then before trying to fix anything, what should engineers inspect first?
Start with the retrieval trace. For each bad answer, inspect the user query, any rewritten query, the top K retrieved chunks, their scores, document freshness, and whether the answerable evidence was even present in context.
Not glamorous, but concrete.
And necessary. Example, an internal knowledge assistant keeps missing onboarding steps. The answer sounds polished, so a judge gives it a median score instead of a disaster score. But when you inspect the trace, the query rewriter turned setup VPN on Mac into device security policy, which pulled broad compliance docs and buried the actual setup guide.
So the system did not fail at eloquence, it failed at evidence routing.
Exactly. Next, inspect chunking and metadata. Are chunks too large, mixing topics, or too small, losing local meaning? Are titles, timestamps, product versions, and access controls available to retrieval, or invisible?
Because if metadata is weak, retrieval can look statistically fine and still be operationally wrong.
Right. A RAG system for engineering docs might retrieve the right product name, but the wrong version. The judge sees a plausible answer and may even reward fluency. The user sees instructions that break their deployment.
What else belongs on the prefix checklist?
Inspect context assembly. Did you stuff in near duplicates? Did one loud document dominate the prompt? Did you include contradictory sources without ranking or filtering? Also check citation alignment. Do cited spans actually support the claim, or just look nearby?
That sounds like where a lot of fake confidence comes from.
It does. Practical example, a sales enablement bot answers, does feature X support SAML? Retrieval finds one roadmap note saying planned, and one release note saying now available for enterprise tier only. The generator merges them into, yes, SAML is supported. A judge might approve the answer if it sounds relevant. Diagnosis shows a conflict resolution problem and missing entitlement metadata.
So a judge can be useful, but only as a symptom detector, not a doctor.
That is the right framing. Use judges to surface suspicious cases, rank samples for review, or compare candidate outputs. But do not ask a judge score to explain root cause when the pipeline has multiple moving parts.
And, definitely, do not worship the judge, because the score chart moved up 2 points.
Exactly. That is benchmark theater if it is disconnected from trace inspection, user tasks, and failure taxonomy. A rising judge score with unchanged retrieval quality can mean you got better at sounding right, not being right.
So, if I am building RAG this week, what is the practical sequence?
Take a sample of failures. For each one, label the stage: indexing, retrieval, ranking, context assembly, generation, or policy. Verify whether answerable evidence exists. Inspect freshness, versioning, chunk boundaries, and citations. Only then choose the fix: reindex, change chunking, tune retrieval, add metadata filters, or adjust prompting.
That changes who wins inside a team, too. The people with traces and counterexamples beat the people with vibes and dashboards.
Exactly. In RAG, a judge can tell you something is off. Diagnosis tells you what to change. If you confuse those, you are not improving the system. You are grading the smoke while the fire keeps spreading.